This woman who is telling this story is not the woman in the story, okay? She's just acting the story, like pretty much telling you the story from her perspective. But this is a story,
not her story
that was sent to her that she's, kind of acting out for us.
Okay.
So listen to this, okay?
So about a year ago, I got a message from my father-in-law informing me that he wanted to have my son continue in their family tradition. I'm thinking, oh, a family tradition, cool. What could it be? I was shocked to find out that the family tradition he wanted my son to continue in was losing his virginity to a prostitute.
What?
Yes, a prostitute. Before high school. As you can imagine, I was shocked. So I waited to confront my husband about this before I responded, and when I confronted my husband, he confirmed the family tradition. He then told me that he lost his virginity at the ripe age of 14 to a prostitute that was hired by his dad. When I asked him what his father's reasoning was, he said he didn't want me to turn out gay. I have since told my father-in-law how disturbing this is, and that no, my son, who is 9 years old, will not be continuing in the family tradition. At this moment in time, I'm betting that your jaw is on the floor, as was mine when I read this submission. I'm no expert on this, but I would imagine that hiring a prostitute for your teenage son and then offering that to your grandson is grounds for no contact. Now, I am a heterosexual female, so I don't really have a whole lot of experience with this particularly, but I would argue that if your son or your grandson was gay, that hiring a hooker would probably just confirm that. Okay?
Especially at that
Not much
age.
else to say here, other than this deserved its own episode. All right. I hope this gentleman gets the help he needs.
Not your granddad.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
No, but some families might have a thing like that, though.
That's an extreme tradition, and they want to say traditions should be kept alive.
Okay, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is not that unusual, because if you know Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Not you saying this is actually, guys. People do this all the time.
Anthony, what's his name? Anthony Kiedis? You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, there's certain bands, you know the band, you know their music. I don't know who the fuck is in the band.
Okay, the Anthony one. Okay? His dad got him a hook at a young age. You know?
That's so fucking crazy.
No, but I mean, sometimes, okay. There are pros and cons to doing this.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd love to hear this bullshit. Make it sound good.
Okay. As a teen, you have a lot of, not the 9-year-old, okay? 9's too fucking young.
Okay.
But let's just
All
say.
right, I'm glad we agree on
Let's
that.
just go to dude like 15, 16 years old, right? Let's say 16-year-old. Dude's a virgin. A lot of pent-up sexual frustration, right? So your dad comes to you and be like, look, son, tonight, you can become a man, okay? We can get you a little slice, you know what I mean? For your birthday or whatever, you know?
No.
And so you take him out and you pick out this badass like hooker who takes him and gives him a little bit, right? That's something your son will never forget. And he may someday thank you for. I'm not saying to do it, I'm just saying, you may,
So you would do this with your kid?
No, of course not. Of course not. It's illegal. Okay.
Totally forgot about that part. Totally forgot about that part. I mean, the prostitute's not telling on you.
Yeah.
You just gotta find one that's worthy of the service.
You know, so.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, okay, there's that. Now, the downside of that is, what would be the downside of this? You help me?
You're too young, you're not ready.
Well,
Also, a prostitute is twice your age. Probably.
Okay, wait a minute. But see, here's the thing. There's no like.
That just seems.
This isn't like a girlfriend where she's distracting you from studying for your exams and shit. This is like a one-time thing. You smash and bounce.
No, that's weird, man.
I'm not saying. Listen, it's gonna be frowned upon.
If your son was 30 and is still a virgin, then I support this. Okay. Just being 14 or turning into a teenager, I think no. 30, okay, we need to get him a prostitute. That I agree with. Anything under that,
Brittany saw it on SVU.
Yeah, you end up dead. There's a lot of places it can go wrong. What if you're the reason your son gets an STD?
Look at that. Look at hey lady, don't ever disrespect grandpa. Let him bestow wisdom the way he sees fit. No, but your son's all condomed up. Your son's condom up, lubed up, everything's good.
What if she convinces him to not?
Nah,
Yeah,
she understand. This your regular. You know what I mean? This like Janessa. I'm bringing my son over tomorrow night. Like, yeah,
my God.
give him the full service.
No, not you being
know?
Eskimo brothers with your dad though. If that's his.
He don't need to know any of that.
Oh, ew.
Hey, you little judgmental little shit. Just bind the boy, okay? Take this chip and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem like a plan?
I'm gonna stick with 30 being when it's okay. 30 is the only age I'm okaying a prostitute to sleep with my son. And I will pay him personally. And I will make sure she's STD free.
Okay, according to Britney's show, it was the grandmother who was pushing the prostitute tradition onto the grandson.
Oh my goodness.
No, fellas, you ever get caught by the prostitute, just pull out your phone and say you feel the contact.
No.
Yeah, the mistake was telling the mother in the first place. What's grandfather doing? That story can't be real. Because no dudes can tell another dude. This isn't a conversation you can have with a woman.
People get batshit crazy. They don't care anymore. Maybe he told his wife too at the time. He was like, yo, our son is gonna get banged by a prostitute. I mean, maybe she also thought at the time he was gay, so they wanted to see.
I don't think prostitute conversations are conversations men should have with women. No. And I'm always like, Sky, have you ever been with a prostitute?
Have you been with a
prostitute? You sure? Huh? No,
never.
No, never bought any.
Any lady boys?
I'm clean, homeboy, I'm clean, okay? One of these days, AI get to the point where you can be able to...
I thought he was going to say one of these days, but not today.
You get to the point where AI can tell you lying, and a lot of y'all dudes can be in trouble. Have you ever done this? Nope. Have you ever done this? Nope. It's gonna be bad. Were you drinking Red Bull too?
Yeah, I just took that from you.
I noticed.